He didn't bark, he didn't run. He just sat there trembling, broken, waiting, as if pain was all he had ever known. When I first saw him, curled up beside a crumbling wall, I thought he was just another stray trying to survive, but then he looked up at me. Not with fear, not even hope, but with a kind of quiet resignation. I still remember that exact moment. The sun was beginning to dip behind the mountains when we first saw him, a small, round Labrador curled up quietly near a building, barely moving. At first glance, he didn't seem injured, but then we noticed his eyes. They weren't just scared. They were broken, and when I reached out, he flinched, trembling violently. A neighbor had called us earlier. They said there had been shouting, arguing over the dog. Something about not giving him away, threats of violence, and repeated abuse. It didn't take long before the truth surfaced. The dog had been beaten, badly. His back leg dangled unnaturally, swollen to nearly twice its size. When we tried to pick him up, he winced in pain and lowered his head, as if expecting another blow. It shattered my heart. No animal should ever feel like that, especially not one this gentle. We wrapped him in a blanket and rushed him to the vet. Not just cracked, but completely broken. The diagnosis was worse than we expected. His entire hind leg was fractured. Not just cracked, but completely broken. The vet said it wasn't an accident. T was from a blunt impact, something like being kicked hard or struck with an object. The thought made me sick. But there was hope. Surgery could fix it. With a metal plate or pins and a long recovery, he could walk again. The cost would be high, time-consuming, painful, but he deserved it. While we discussed treatment, he lay quietly on the examination table. No growling, no protest. Just tired eyes and a heavy breath. And then, when I stroked his head gently, he did something I wasn't expecting. He licked my hand. That was the moment I knew he hadn't given up on humans. Not yet. We named him Lucky not because of the pain he had endured, but because he had survived it. Because somehow, despite everything, he had made it into our arms. And because now, for the first time in his life, he was going to be safe. The surgery went well. For the first few days, he was scared of every noise, every raised hand, even the vet's white coat. But slowly, one meal at a time, one quiet moment at a time, he began to trust again. I sat with him every day, whispered to him, let him sleep with his head on my lap. And each time he dared to look me in the eyes a little longer, I knew we were making progress. Trauma like his doesn't fade quickly, but love is patient. To anyone who has ever rescued a soul like this, you know it's not about just saving a life, it's about restoring faith. It's about proving that kindness still exists. Today, Lucky is walking again. Still limping a little, still cautious around new people, but he wags his tail when he sees me, and when he curls up at night beside me, he no longer trembles. That is the miracle, and that is why we rescue. Some scars will never fully fade. And maybe Lucky will always carry that hesitation in his eyes, that flinch when someone moves too fast. But what matters is he's no longer alone. He sleeps without fear now. He eats without hiding. And for the first time in his life, he feels safe when someone touches him. In rescuing him, I didn't just save a dog. I was reminded of something deeper, that even the most broken souls still want to believe in love. They just need someone to show them it's real. So if you're watching this and you've ever doubted the power of compassion, remember Lucky. He was beaten, left behind, forgotten, but today, he wags his tail, and that's everything.